Section 1 Football Media Day 2024, presented by GameDay 1, Veolia, and White Plains Hospital.
Section 1 Football Media Day here at Mahopac 2024. Last year's Class A section finalist, Harrison joins us now, Coach Ciraco. I know, Coach, it was a big step for you guys last year. You beat Rye in the first game, making it to the section championship. So how do you carry last year's highs into this season?
I think just like that, right? I mean, we had a great season last year. I think these guys know exactly what's expected at practice. They know exactly what's expected, in the off season, and so we've got guys these are 3-year players, and they got a little bit of a taste of it, and now they know what to expect, and they know how to prepare.
You have some household names here. I mean, guys that I recognized when I saw the list of guys coming back. How do you find that next group to kind of be the support for them? Because I think depth really, in the end, I think is what kind of hurt you guys.
Yeah, that's going to be our biggest question mark. We have guys that are in key spots that don't have a lot of varsity experience, but this is a really good group of leaders next to me, and we've been working with the new guys. We got a lot of faith in those guys coming up. We see some really great things, and I think they're going to do really well. With the help of these guys next to me.
What is the strength? What do you lean on? Is it the defensive line? What is the strength of this team?
Yeah, I would say the defensive line, our defensive front. They're all coming back, so we had to rely heavily on them last year, and we're going to have to rely heavily on them again this year. So that's definitely the plan.
Tell me who you brought here today.
Next to me we have halfback, defensive back Joe Krupe, halfback, defensive back Dante Lanza. We have running back. No, I'm just kidding. We have O-line, D-line Arten Baldamaj, O-line, D-line Drew Haynes, and fullback, tight ends, tackle, linebacker Marco Marisi.
All right, Pat. Who was the guy that ran those kickoffs back in the section championship game?
That would be Joe Krupe.
Oh, it's Joe Krupe. Joe, that was probably as excited as I've ever been because it was exciting. I didn't know what the game was going to be like, and then you ran those kicks back. What was the emotion like for you, reliving those 2 kickoff return touchdowns?
I don't know. It was a lot. Honestly, I didn't really expect to do it in the first time, but I knew that plays had to be made in order for us to win a game like that. So when I did it the first time, it was good for the first 10-15 seconds. Then I knew the next play, we got to move on, got a game to win.
Yeah, I mean, so on a serious note, Somers went on to win the state championship pretty handily, and you guys might be the second best team they face, or the second best team in the state after that. So what do you learn, and how do you kind of carry that, even a loss, into this season?
Well, for me personally, I've never played in a game in that type of atmosphere, so I think now that getting that experience and that playoff feel will help us, in our future playoff games, and hopefully we can help the guys other than us too.
Pass it down. You beat Rye last year. I mean, that's still something you guys think about, talk about, and now it's a winning streak. So how do you kind of keep this going?
Yeah, for sure. That was a huge way to start our year last year. Obviously, it gave us motivation, and now that the game's at the end of the year, it kind of gives us something to look forward to and continue the streak. And obviously, it's an important game, but we know we have to win games before that to get there.
And now they're in your class. So now you have Somers in front of you. You might have Rye in front of you. You're right with those the 3 teams right there. So what's it going to take to win a section championship and get over the hump?
Honestly, I think the most important thing is we just have to have great practices leading up with great intensity, and during the game we just have to execute on plays. We've had opportunities before, and as long as we have the experience that we have here, everyone here being 3-year guys, I think we're going to execute on those plays and start to win big games.
The guy who everyone talked about after that Rye game last year is next. So Arten, just a lot of hype now. I mean, I don't know if you're under the radar really last year going to the Rye game, but you definitely weren't afterwards. So just tell me about what that game did for you from a confidence standpoint, and how you kind of carried into this season.
Yeah, so that game, it helped set the tone for the season because obviously we had a lot of practice before. We had a new kid in camp in July, and it was a big jump from my sophomore to junior season just because the off-season work we put in as a team since it was my first year at Harris my sophomore year. So building a bond with my teammates throughout the off-season, big help because kids were able to work together in the Rye game, and obviously it helped me shine, and it helped set the tone for the season, knowing we had kids all over the field who can, and that's the reason we beat Rye really.
I imagine you're not going to see one single blocker all year, probably double teams all year. I probably saw most last year. And obviously Super 11, all that stuff. How was the target on your back even gotten bigger this year, and how do you handle that?
I mean, it's just something I've got to deal with. You know, the double teams, I know they'll help my linebackers make some plays and my other defensive linemen. So just deal with the double teams, and I know my boys around me make plays.
Excellent. Pass it up. Again, the team achieved such great success last year, and how much pressure is there on the seniors now to kind of carry it?
I mean, I don't think there's too much. I think this group, we've been together for a while. I mean, these guys right here, we've all been playing with each other since 3rd, 4th grade. This is a close-knit group. I think we expect to go far, and this is kind of our last go at it together. So I think, yeah, there is some pressure, but I think all of our seniors on our team are really good leaders. I think we have a lot of experience and some inexperienced players, but I think these experienced players are going to help our team go really far, and, you know, we want to go for it all. It's our last ride at it, so.
Who are the inexperienced guys? Who are some of the new guys that are going to play big roles?
We have a lot of new people on the O-line, defense, you know, a lot of just like first-year guys. I don't want to name anybody specific, but, you know,
yeah.
got a bunch of new people.
All right, pass it down. Obviously, your family knows a lot about the history of Harrison and what it means. So I'll save the real right questions for you. And they win the state championship. How much hungry did that make you going into this year's game down the season?
I think we're always looking forward to it. And as a family, like, it's the biggest game of the year for us. We've been around for a really long time in this town, and we're just really excited to play Rye, always.
And obviously your brother is doing great things in college. Just tell me about yourself and kind of how this offensive and defensive line has come together.
I think our offensive and defensive line has been great. I mean, our defensive line last year was one of the best in the section, in my opinion, and I believe that if we continue to practice and listen to our coaches, we'll be in the right spot.
All right, hands on the coach. Final word for Coach. What's the key? What's going to happen for you guys to have a big year again?
I think the biggest thing is staying healthy. You know, these guys know exactly what to expect at practice every day. You know, I don't have to worry about coaching effort or energy. I mean, these guys bring the effort and energy every single day. You know, Dante's kind of said it right. We have to execute now. You know, we know exactly what it takes. We know exactly what it takes to get to where we want to be. But now it's time to execute on some really big boys in some really big spots.
All right, Coach. Congratulations. Good luck. See you soon. Good luck, guys. Appreciate it.